San Antonio, Texas, and the Alamo Dome. The season reaches a conclusion, both of these teams trying to finish with a victory in the Alamo Bowl. It's the Washington State Cougars and the TCU Horned Frogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Washington State's head coach told me before the game, as you know, the Pac-12 is trying to rebuild and reload and get back to a conference of dominance in college football. So this game has even more importance here today. They cannot afford to lose to a Power 4 school. They've got to show that they are still a conference of significance here in college football, and that will be played out on the field today. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So TCU's offense will take the field first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a double.
Man, it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a double.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on 3rd down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
And the Horned Frogs will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. Trying to take it back. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Cougars offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And let's get a look now at Tony Freeman. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the Power 4. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on the – he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number 1 for this squad.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it.
Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Wazoo! He got a step and just dusted the field. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
It's just a really nice throw. Really good touch towards the sideline on that corner route, and the receiver does a nice job catching the football and immediately getting up the field, getting in the end zone for the big touchdown.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field, ready to get going. They're all over him. He's going to take off. Keeps it and gets past the chains. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on first down. Stopped right there.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Wants to go up top on second down. Got it. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Trying to squeak through the pile. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play. Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He was draped all over him as soon as he caught the ball. Knocked him down behind the line, and they get the stop on 4th down. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great sailor. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's 1st down. It's a draw. Got an alley. Pass to 6. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender. And the Cougars will snap it on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Oh, it's a fumble. Oh, and he's able to get back on top of it just in the nick of time. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Cougars come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Pulls it and fires to the left. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. Gives it. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Washington State is on top. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Keeping his eyes downfield. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Cougars. And they take it in for 6 more points. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And he tacks on the extra point.
Washington State, 14. TCU, 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. This time they'll throw it. Out wide right, it's Payne. They'll move the chains after he gets into the 43-yard line. Drops back on first down. With the catch, it's Payne. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Just keep slinging it. Back's got it on the screen. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Horned Frogs in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
And he's tackled, brought down at the 19. They're into the red zone with another first down. Run in the red zone, it's Payne. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. And the Horned Frogs trying to cash it in on first and goal. Finds his big tight end. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on second and goal. They'll try to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down to the air. Here comes the heat. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Washington State will have to boot it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On the return, he'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Out wide left, it's Small. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. defense trying to hold on to the lead. Looking for the end zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. A lot of defenders around on that screen. And that was a high percentage completion and a low efficiency pass. They lose yardage. This defense didn't hang its head. They stood tall after the big play. 3rd and goal coming. Left side is Payne. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down.
Nice job by the defense there. They knew coming into this one, this running back was dangerous catching the football, so really good job getting him down on the ground, now setting up 4th and goal.
Right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Hand it to the back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Washington State lines up quickly.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. Go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the 1st down. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Fresh set of downs going up top. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. This time he's got his man. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Timeout taken by TCU. It's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Horned Frogs come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Hauls it in. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Out wide left, it's small. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the 1st half. TCU calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Grab behind the line. It's Payne. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Long way to go on 2nd down. Looking downfield very late in the half. The throw to the outside is complete. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Never a doubt. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Back now to your game inside the Alamo Dome. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the Alamo Dome.
Just about set to get this second half underway. And he'll just take it. Drive will start at the 25. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. They'll open the second half with a run. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Right back to it. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
Defense had them backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. Well, that changed things a bit after the penalty. It's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw for it. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Washington State sends out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. On his way back from the 20. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Caught in the backfield, it's Dwyer. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
All over him immediately.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. And the Horned Frogs will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catches it at the 15. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. After that punt return, there is a man slow to get up. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Going to the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Nestles it in at the 35. Can they catch him? They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Horned Frogs sideline, guys, one of the storylines that I am keeping track of right now is how is the running back performing. Coming off that loss last week, he really got banged up. And, guys, I think it could impact his ball security, how he's cutting and moving on the field. I've got my eyes all over this, and I will keep you posted how this game progresses. Back to you.
We'll see what kind of impact that has, Holly. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. He's looking to pass. They'll run the screen. Nice move there. He'll be stopped at the 32. Still ground to cover if they want to convert, and 4th down is coming. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Washington State ready to get things going now as the offense takes the field. It's complete to the left. Bring him down.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
And that last one might have helped the completion percentage, but it didn't go forward. 2nd and 10 here. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Freeman. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this deep.
Turns on the Jets. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington State. With that, they grab the lead here in the 2nd half. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting.
TCU 16.
And here's the return. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field, ready to get going. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. The Horned Frogs come to the line needing just inches for the first down. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Washington State is on top. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. And it looks as if we are ready to get things started here in the fourth quarter. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. In traffic, it's Dwyer. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Horned Frogs are in the hurry-up. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. From the gun. Oh, he's got some space. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down. The Horned Frogs pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Here's a little room there. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. So now the opportunity to take the lead with a first and goal here. Way off target there.
You see the offense trying to dial up the quick game there with the RPO, and I like the idea of trying to get playmakers this space out in the right flat of the field, see what can happen, but you need a more accurate throw.
Second down, going to throw it. He's going for the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want...
Got it! Touchdown, Horned Frogs! They've got the lead here in the 4th. The Horned Frogs answer right back. They're going to go for 2 here and try to extend that lead to a field goal. He'll set up to throw. Setting up the screen. Into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good, and now they're up by a field goal. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Turning it on! Defense there to stop him after a 4-yard gain, and it was a good move that got him that much. One possession game, getting late here, and the winner will take a great feeling into the offseason. They'll ride him again. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. Around 4 minutes to play in this postseason battle. Push is ahead. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Washington State will have to boot it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. On the return. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They take over holding this slim lead, and a drive right here sure would be nice. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They give it to him again. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll move the wide receiver. Got a little space. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. The Cougars are going to use their 3rd and final timeout here. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. The Horned Frogs are marching down the field. On the option. He'll toss it. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Smashes through the tackle. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, TCU!
And you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Left side is Clemens. And he's out of bounds, but not before a good, sizable pickup, and that has been a rare sight in this one. Drops back on 1st down. Throwing right. With the catch, it's Freeman. How about the blow he delivered in banging his way to the 41? They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep him in bounds.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking the shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Running to the left. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. He's past the 30. There he goes. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. And the Horned Frogs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Rid of it on the RPO. There he goes down the right side. He's at the 20. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch. Game is essentially over right now. You wonder if it's really necessary to jack up the score like this.